Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy JqualiT of Taste and Treble, the ultimate playlist on the plate for your ears and your taste buds. It's been a while, but we're back with episode 2 of our second season. We have been sharing the stories of amazing artists on the rise, incredible culinary experts from across the country, and sharing their stories and ingredients for success, and tasting sensational dishes inspired by their musical inspiration. On our last episode, we took things to the next level, bringing the East and the West Coast together with Queen Dynasty and Chef Mike. But today, I've decided to switch it up. It's time to talk to the people that I know best. That's right, the musicians. So today, we're taking a lunch break at one of my favorite spots, here at Stevie's Creole Cafe, one of LA's best New Orleans eateries. And on top of that, they have some of the best gumbo. So get ready. We're going to talk about some gumbo and grooves here on Taste and Treble.
I'm Aisha G. I'm a professional drummer. I've been playing since the age of 3 years old. I am now an entrepreneur, educator, band leader, and so much more. I'm from Los Angeles, California, and I've been an artist for about 27 years now. My dream tastes like a large, gigantic Cajun seafood boil just spread out all on the table. Some of the ingredients that I would include is like a large pot of like that Cajun sauce, extra spicy, a dash of that Creole seasoning, Tony's preferably, a little hot sauce here and there. I'm spicy, I'm all over the place. I just feel like my creativity should be not limited, and that's what my dream tastes like.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JqualiT back here, and I am not alone. I am with my friend Aisha from the Up From Here band. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Glad to have you on the show.
Nice to be here.
What you been up to?
Everything, drumming, working, drumming.
Hey, that sounds good to me. So here on Taste and Treble, this is the space where flavor and sound both take their place in the mix. And we thought today we want to switch it up. We want to let the drummers get some and talk some beats and eats, you know, some gumbo and grooves. And what a better place to do it right here in the heart of LA at one of my favorite spots. And I heard this is one of your favorite spots
most
too.
Definitely.
Stevie's on Pico.
Yep.
Yeah, so you know what? I'm ready to get some good New Orleans food. And you know what? We're going to talk shop a little bit. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. All right, y'all, we're back, and we got a full table of some good food here at Stevie's Creole Cafe here on Pico. And I don't know about you, Aisha, but like gumbo has always been one of my favorite foods. It's a staple in New Orleans culture. It's a staple in Black culture. But check this out. I feel like, you know, gumbo in a way, it's because there's so many different ways and traditions of making it. The flavors and the ingredients that come together really remind me of just like how beats are made. You being the drummer, I feel like this acronym for gumbo is pretty cool. Tell me if you're rocking with it. Groovy, unique, melodic, beat-infused orchestration.
That's fire.
That is how I feel like gumbo is to me. So as a drummer, how do you feel like gumbo and drums sync together?
Just like when you're making gumbo, you have to, start at a certain level and work your way up. So you got to stir that root for like a cool 30, 45 minutes.
Absolutely.
Same thing with drumming or any instrument, period. But you need to work your way up to, like, if you're doing a solo, you start, real soft, quiet, just something simple. Then you move to the groove. Then you move to, your little chops. Then you just go crazy. Same thing with gumbo. You're infusing different ingredients. You got your the Holy Trinity. You got your shrimp. You got your sausage. You got your crab.
Now
you gotta let that stuff boil, marinate. Same thing in music. You gotta let that thing marinate.
How long did it take you to get your chops up?
I would say about 10 years, to be honest, because I started so young. I started at 3, so I wasn't doing too much. I was doing my basic mama, dad groove, stuff like that. And in 1997, I got to do my first little festival at Jazz at Drew.
Okay.
Like all the little kids, we came together and performed. So So once I went on to middle school, I, automatically got into the band, and I was like in the advanced band. They didn't even put me in beginner band. So that's when I started learning a little more chops. I started learning how to solo, how to do my drum fills, correctly. Because you can't just put the drum fills anywhere. You got to know when to put them and all of it.
You've been a drummer for Mereba and a drummer for St. Panther. What have those experiences taught you, and how have they helped shape your professionalism and your skill level?
So working with those artists, they've definitely shaped me in many different ways. There's an artist named Umi that I tour with pretty often, and she was kind of like, I would say, my first touring experience. In the beginning of her touring process, I wasn't, aware of all the things that come with touring, but working with her, it helped my growth level, because we were able to create our own show. We were a band, we were able to do our own creative process, and that helped me become more creative. Like, she did things that you wouldn't typically see an artist do, like start the show with meditation and doing shimmery things on the drums, pretty stuff. Most tours, you just getting right to it, to the arrangement. Able to build upon that show and take it to the level that it is now. So same thing with Mereba. We worked together for quite some time, and she plays a fusion of like folk music and soul. I've never played folk music in my life, so that shaped me in another way, because now I'm touching on a different genre, and I have to learn certain drum grooves and things that complement what she's doing. St. Panther is not only a vocalist, a dope producer, but she's a drummer, and she kind of started off like doing the drums. Like, all her tracks you hear is her on drums, and she taught me a lot in that aspect. So there was a drum groove in one of her songs, I couldn't get it. I was like, what are you doing right there? So she had to sit down and show me, and I respect that. Like, I would love for you to show me what to do.
So what is one thing in your career that you did not know when you were first getting started that you're thankful that you learned?
I would say my business savviness. I feel like, as a young person, young drummer in general, you don't know much until you experience things. So I've been put in positions that, I wasn't the happiest or proudest about, and I had to overcome that situation by learning from maybe someone who's older than me, or someone around me that I'm playing in a band with, to teach me and show me the ropes, because now I feel like I can take on majority of situations based off of my knowledge and experiences I've had way back when. Because like, even in middle school when I was gigging, I was playing with older guys in the blues band. So they helped me grow on a whole nother level.
Who's someone who has been a mentor to help shape your professional career?
So when I was 3, I started the World Stage. And the World Stage is like a very prominent place in Leimert Park. And my first instructor was Billy Higgins. He's like the top jazz recorded drummer ever. He was my mentor until he passed away when I was about 7. And then Cornell Fowler is another drummer. He took over, and he taught me throughout elementary, middle school, and high school, just privately, at the World Stage still. Even when I got to college and I needed help on how do I read this part, how do I do this, I could call Cornell right then. He's gonna be like, all right, pull up to such and such, and he's gonna do it. Those 2 people will stick with me for the rest of my life.
In addition to that, you also, as a drummer and as a human being, play with others here. And I got to know, how you guys come up with that name?
So I started up from here, man, and even got that name. It was me and my business partner, Mosiah. He's a poet. He goes by King Mosiah, and we used to work way back in the day. Like, he's a high school friend. He used to put on poetry events, open mics. And he was like, Aisha, can you put together a little band for me, whatever. Fast forward, we connected again way later on in life. And he was like, Aisha, I want to get back into what we were doing. And I was like, yeah, let's talk. Let's do it. So he was like, can we put together something like a band? Or we're making it more of a collective. What should our name be? So we just texting, just different ideas. I'm corny, so I can't come up with nothing that's cool. And so we just texted, and he said something. We were talking about something. He was like, it's up from here. And then he was like, you know what? That'd be a dope band name. I said, nice.
If people wanted to come out and hear you guys, where can they find you?
I would say follow our page. That's the best way to find out with the flyers and stuff. But we're doing a lot of not just playing at venues, but a lot of like corporate events or birthday parties. So you can probably catch us like in your backyard. But you know, the district, we played there. We played at the Afro Vibe and Wine Festival, the Townhouse in Venice. You can catch us at the Townhouse in Venice probably like once a month. And so, you know, like I said, just follow the page so you can get
To sum it all together, I mean, as a touring drummer, as a music director, and also as an educator and an entrepreneur, what are some of the personal values that no matter what hat you wear, you're always going to stick to?
keeping God first for sure, because He guides me through every journey of my life. Being professional at all times, having a certain like level of respect, no matter like where you are, whether I'm working with my band. It doesn't matter if I get upset or anything. I got to keep it respectful. You know, you never want to tear anybody down. You know, keep that good positive energy. Be timely. Just like, you know, the simple, lovely things of life. Even as an educator, I feel like it's very important to make a positive impact on whoever you're teaching, whether they're kids or adults, but whatever you're giving them, you know, educationally, you want to make sure that they're taking this with them for the rest of their lives.
All right, y'all. I don't know about you, but I am ready to enjoy the rest of this food. Thank you so much, Aisha, for coming on the show, talking some gumbo and grooves.
Yep.
You guys already know this is a space where flavor and sound both take their place in the mix. The ultimate playlist on the plate. I'm JqualiT.
I'm Aisha G.
And this is Taste and Treble.
Hey everybody, JqualiT here. Thank you so much for watching here at Taste and Treble. If you're an artist or you're a chef and you have a story to tell, please feel free to reach out to us at www.tasteandtreble.com. Oh, and also be sure to follow us this season on YouTube at Taste and Treble and also at Instagram and Facebook. This is JqualiT. Till we eat again. Peace.